Hey you! Thank you for meeting me here once again for another video. I hope you're having a beautiful day. We're headed into this mausoleum right now because I'm taking you to the grave of a 25-year-old heiress who was tragically murdered one August evening in Beverly Hills alongside her friends when they were just trying to have a fun evening together. The young woman we're here to talk about today is Abigail Folger. Abigail, unfortunately, is a victim of the Manson family. She was at Sharon Tate's house when Charles Manson's followers broke into the home and brutally ended the lives of all of the people there. Okay, so before I dive into Abigail's story, I just want to cover the other victims that were there that night because nobody is less important, but today's video is focusing on Abigail, so for this moment, I just want to reflect on the other victims that were there that night. Horrible way to go. I can't imagine. The only way to describe Charles Manson, the Manson family, and his followers is pure evil. Disgusting, vile. The fact that evil souls like that are all over this planet is something that is horrifying. I just hope that the souls that were taken that night so mercilessly by such evil are able to find comfort and peace on the other side after going through something so traumatic. But we're here today to visit the grave of Miss Abigail Folger. She was the heiress to the Folgers coffee fortune, and she's the great-granddaughter of the founder of Folgers Coffee, James Folger, aka J.A. Folger. Here's a quick breakdown of the lineage so that you can see the info on Abigail's dad and her grandfather and her great-grandfather. Alright, let's get into this. Abigail Ann Folger was born August 11th, 1943 and passed away. Well, I'm not even going to say passed away. She was murdered on August 9th, 1969. She was a prominent American socialite and heiress to the Folgers coffee fortune. Now, even though Abigail had a massive inheritance, she was known to live a very modest and bohemian-style life. She was also a very educated woman and graduated with honors from Radcliffe College in Massachusetts in 1964. But after that, she went on to go to Harvard, where she graduated in 1967 with a degree in art history. Now, not only that, and the more I learn about Abigail, the more I really like her. She also volunteered as a social worker for the Los Angeles County Welfare Department. Similar to her mother, she also volunteered at a free medical clinic in San Francisco. Safe to say that Abigail was very invested in causes that she believed in, and she believed in helping others, which just adds another layer of tragicness to the way she had to leave this world, and the way people stole her from this world when all she wanted to do was help others is disgusting. So on August 9th, Abigail was staying at Roman Polanski and Sharon Tate's house with her boyfriend, Frykowski. I'm not even going to try to say his first name. Okay, but on a more serious note, when the Manson family broke into the house, I'm pretty sure Frykowski was on the couch, and he was the second person they encountered on the property, I think. So he's laying on the couch, and he gets kicked in the head, and he asks them who they are and what they're doing. And one of the Manson family members, Charles Watson, told him, "I'm the devil and I'm here to do the devil's business." Also, that mugshot is creepy as hell, and why is he smiling? Oof, I can't even look at his eyes for a long period of time. Watson claims that Charles Manson told him to destroy everybody inside and make it as gruesome as you can. And I think it's important to remember that none of these murders were targeted. Manson's goal with this attack was to instill fear and send a message. He didn't even have a specific target. He wasn't even going after one person. He just wanted to brutally murder random people, which is crazy to me. Like, it's crazy enough you want to murder somebody, but to go in and murder these random people just because you had an apocalyptic vision of a race war, also known as Helter Skelter, if you know what I'm talking about. Also, random fact, but Elizabeth Bennet portrayed Abigail Folger in that movie, Helter Skelter. It was a television movie that came out in 2004. So back to that night, when the Manson family made it into the house, they had everybody come into the living room and tied them up. And once again, there's obviously a lot of detail and layers to this with everybody's story, but I'm just going to try to focus on Abigail for now. So at this point, Abigail was escorted back into the bedroom to grab her wallet or her purse. She grabbed $70 out of it to give to the murderers. Now, Abigail's boyfriend, Frykowski, is trying to escape and makes it out onto the porch, but Watson ultimately caught up with him and killed him. And now at this point, Abigail is trying to escape, and she gets away from Krenwinkel and goes out through the bedroom onto the pool area. Unfortunately, Krenwinkel caught up with Abigail and tackled her on the front lawn and stabbed her. Watson then joined in and helped kill Abigail. According to the coroner, he stated that Abigail was overkilled by these people. 5 of her 28 stab wounds were fatal. Abigail had defensive wounds from trying to ward off the knife attack. She was stabbed 4 times in her face, once in her ear, and 5 stab wounds in her neck. 3 of her 6 chest wounds were fatal, and she also had a fatal stab to the stomach. Which brings us here to her grave because of these monsters. And also, I just want to quickly point out, I mean, this isn't about the murderers, but Tex Watson, he wants parole. He wants parole and claims he's been saved and he's a born-again Christian, and he should be released. Disgusting, in my opinion. I don't know what to say about that, but I just wanted to say that. I also want to mention that Abigail is buried next to her mother, Inez Folger. She comes from a prominent family of Salvadorian heritage. Her father was a consul general for El Salvador. Inez passed away July 15th, 2007, just 3 weeks after her 100th birthday. I also forgot to mention that Inez and Peter, Abigail's parents, were divorced in 1952. Peter Folger passed away on August 27th, 1980, at the age of 74 from prostate cancer. And now we've come to the end of our video, the end of learning about Abigail Folger, and I want to thank you for coming with me to visit Abigail and her mom Inez. When everyone talks about the Manson murders, mostly they talk about Sharon Tate, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to shine the light on Abigail and what a beautiful soul she was, and how she wanted to help others. She wasn't a selfish person. She was frugal. She didn't boast about her money. She was happiest serving others and volunteering. And I think that's a beautiful side of her that everyone should know. Okay, well, it's getting late and I think it is time to end the video. But I want to thank you, yes, you, for joining me on this adventure to find Abigail and learn about her story. Sending you so much love. Thank you for coming with me. I know the world is dark right now, but stay positive, okay? We can do this together. Have a good day, okay? Hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.